Now, there are three types of the kneeling position. The first one we're going to get into is going to be the high kneeling, also known, some people call it the curled toe. The medium, which is the boot laces to the deck. And then there will be the low kneeling, which is the last. When you get out of the sitting position, before you go into the kneeling, you might need to tighten up that sling about 1 to 2 inches. The reason being, in the sitting and the prone, we have how many elbows supported?
2, sir.
We're not going to have 2 in the friggin' kneeling. Everyone got that?
Yes, sir.
We're just going to have 1. The first step, getting into your kneeling position, is you're going to want to face your target. When you face it, what you're looking for, you want this forward knee, your weak knee, pointed right at the target. Does everyone follow me so far?
Yes, sir.
Now, with this rear foot, you're going to make a T, just like so. Everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
Take 1 step back, about that far. When we go to the deck, are we just going to palm the deck?
No, sir.
In case there might be something sharp down there, correct?
Yes, sir.
You're utilizing your firing hand, your strong hand. You're going to come down to the deck, bracing your fall. Just like so. Everyone got that?
Yes, sir.
Can you, everyone see what kind of shape I'm making? What letter is that?
L, sir.
L shape, right?
Yes, sir.
Would this be an L?
No, sir.
All right. So you want a 90-degree angle from your forward foot to your rear leg. It's going to take some stretching. If you can't see it, make sure you stand up. Now, once we got in position, we know the sitting. Once this forward elbow is in place, we don't move it, do we?
No, sir.
The same thing goes for the kneeling. Now, on this high kneeling, I'm going to give you another view here. This rear foot, like I said, also is the curled foot, curled toe, correct? Now, the heel of this rear foot is going to be right in between the buttocks. Everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
If you put it on bone, it's going to get wobbly. And it's not going to provide that support. Now, one more thing. Establish our position. Once we're in there, what does my forward leg look like? Is it straight at an angle?
Yes. It's forward, sir.
All right. It's straight up and down like what? Like a pole, right?
Yes, sir.
Flag pole. Straight up and down. Once we're in position. Now this leg, we got our 90-degree angle. This will never ever deviate on this leg. You will not this is not the high kneeling. Everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
What this is going to cause, if you do that, it's going to cause most of your weight to be on this rear leg, which isn't good. It's going to push you back. See how I'm falling?
Yes, sir.
That recoil is not going to knock you over like that, but it's not going to steady your shots either. Now at the same point, you do not want to go like this. See how I'm falling over this way now?
Yes, sir.
So once your forward leg is straight up and down, and this leg is at a 90-degree angle, you'll have a good center of balance to absorb that recoil. Now, once we've got into position, we can start working on the 7 common factors, correct?
Yes, sir.
How's my forward hand supposed to be?
All the way up. And the V.
Well, depending on how tall or how short you are, if you're tall like me, it should be pretty far forward, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you're a little shorter, it may be a little further back. Now, what's number 2? So it's not going to be down here friggin' in my arm, something weak like that, right?
No, sir.
It's going to be high. Where are we going to place it? What are we going to grab? Right here, correct? We're going to place it in stock. What's next? You have a question?
Yes, sir. The forward elbow, what part of the elbow is placed on the top of the knee, sir?
Did everyone hear his question?
Yes, sir.
He's asking what part of the elbow is going to be placed on top of the knee. Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Now, just like before, like in the friggin' where we're avoiding the point of our elbow, right?
Yes, sir.
About 2 fingers, maybe 3, depending on how you're built. 3 fingers, you're looking for that flat portion. If you go like this and put the point on there, see how that moves around like that?
Yes, sir.
That's what you're trying to avoid. You don't want bone-on-bone contact, muscle on bone. So you're looking for that flat portion of your elbow or the meaty portion of your rear arm. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Right now, we've got the buttstock placed high in the shoulder. What do we have next? We're going to reach out and get some, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the third factor? High firm pistol grip. So we're not going to grab it like this, are we?
No, sir.
High and firm so that the finger is straight. And it's going to pull from the center of the friggin' trigger. Stock weld eye relief.
Yes, sir.
Just like so. How many inches?
36, sir.
So we're not going to go like this, are we?
No, sir.
We'll probably only do it once. If it bangs you in the face and startles you, you probably only do it once. What do we got next?
Relax, sir.
All right, now look at this elbow here. like they were mentioning, placement, right? Is it going to be high like this?
Yes, sir.
It's going to be natural. It's going to be relaxed. Just let it hang there. Relax the shoulder. That way, if it's windy, you can utilize these 3 fingers down here to pull it a little tighter into the shoulder, steady your sights. Everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
If it's windy, it's blowing me around, I can pull it just a little bit tighter in there, and the barrel barely moves, doesn't it? Let's say I'm aiming for the first PMI letter over there, up on the bulkhead. I'm just a little bit low. What can I do with this forward hand?
Bring it back, sir.
Maybe bring it back a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Maybe widen my stance just a little bit with my knee. As long as I'm not widening it so much that it's going to cause me to fall off balance. Okay, what if I'm right above it? Maybe my hand's back here. Just push it a little bit more, right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe if I'm a little high, I can put the buttstock a little bit higher in my shoulder. You can use minor adjustment. This is for major adjustment. If I'm super high, but my hand is really comfortable, I can bring this a little higher in my shoulder. I'm almost there. Now for a minor adjustment, maybe just push this out just a little bit. Do not expect to look through your sights in the kneeling or the standing and expect to see that tip as still as it is in the sitting and the friggin' prone. Does everyone understand that?
Yes, sir.
You've lost a point of contact. You've got your forward foot, this foot, your rear leg, knee. You've got an elbow, but this other elbow is no longer supported like it was in the other 2 positions. You're hardly ever going to open up your eyes and see that tip just perfectly still. If you do, you've got an awesome position. You need to spread that knowledge to your fellow brothers, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what if we're a little bit left or right? What do you think we should do?
Move the body, sir.
Okay, let's say I'm aiming for that same aim point. Holy cow, I'm going to bunch off to the right. What you're going to do is you're not going to move this foot. You're going to move the rear portion of your body. By keeping muzzle awareness, your weapon's in condition 4, you're simply going to bring that knee over a little bit, which is going to cause your barrel to go more to the left, just like so. Now I'm almost there. All I have to do is make a minor adjustment, maybe push my hand out. I'm right on target. The next position we're going to cover is going to be the medium kneeling. A lot of people relate this position because the boot laces of the rear leg are going to be pointed towards the deck. Now the only difference between this and the high kneeling is going to be the position of the rear foot. I'm going to show you that right now. You're going to assume the position the exact same way. Get your T, take a step back, break the fall with your strong hand. Now can everyone see my foot there? If you can't see it, you need to get somewhere where we can see it. The boot laces are going to be aimed directly at the deck. Everyone sees that?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to want that heel pointing right up into the buttocks, right in between them, where it gives you support. Everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
You want to go as flexible as your leg will go. If I could get them totally flat, it'd probably make me a little more stable.
Is that sore in your ankle, sir?
It will if you haven't stretched to it. You're all going to feel it, I guarantee it. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Got to keep on rolling. Got to keep on rolling. If I die, you bury me deep. If I die, bury me deep. A 245's at my feet. 245's at my feet. I M16's across my chest. M16's across my chest. I tell Chesty Puller I did my best.